Hello everyone, this is Manu Modgil. I am an independent journalist based in Chandigarh and I mostly write on governance and environment issues. Today I will be talking about Multimedia Toolkit, which will include sources of credible data, multimedia tools you can use to present that data, and visualizations. I hope you like the video. So let's go. Before we get into details of data stories, let's talk about what are the limitations of data stories. There can be a problem with data that you are getting. It can be half-baked without validation. It depends on how the data is collected, what's the procedure adopted, what's the methodology, or even the respondents who have given the data, maybe they haven't understood the question or they have given a wrong data. If it's a survey, they can be missing numbers. And we all know that data changes with time. Depending on the nature of the data, it can change on annual, monthly, yearly, or hourly basis. So keep that in account. And whatever data you are getting, please validate it with field reporting. That's the only solution to bad data. You have to see whether the trend the data is showing is really visible in the field. Talk to experts, talk to people who are affected by that data, have your own observation and see whether the trend that the data shows is really visible on the ground. For instance, data presented by police about crime rate in any city is much less than the actual crime rate because as we know police takes it takes a lot of effort to get police to register an FIR and it happens many times that police force a compromise on both the parties and the incident doesn't get recorded. So the crime rate improves. Likewise, there can be many such instances of manufactured data, especially when it comes to performance of government departments. So always keep in mind that you have to validate the data through field reporting. Okay, so now let's talk about where to find the data. Google is our first pit stop whenever we are looking for something. Put the keyword and hit enter, and you get the highest ranked web pages where the information might be available. But a lot of times, data is not available on web pages, they are available on files. A lot of government websites put data in Excel, PDF, or DOC documents, the Word documents. So besides the normal keyword search, do the keyword search along with the file format. Do the Excel search, do the PDF, do the DOC format search. This would ensure that you have covered all the possible sources of that data. What can be the other sources of data? This is just a small indicator of sources. There can be many more. So one is of course look at authorities and agencies. National Crime Records Bureau, Central Pollution Control Board, Central Bureau of Health Intelligence are some of the agencies which have a lot of data. Then annual reports of the departments you are covering. Their audit reports, CAG reports are great source of information and data. Committee reports. It can be parliamentary committee reports, inquiry committee reports, just study committee reports. So anything that you can get your hands on. Then if you're looking for international data, Google Public Data Explorer is a very good tool. It gives you a lot of data on poverty, health, environment, financial health of the country, social indicators, and you can compare the countries, the regions of the world on these parameters. Also, as you can see, it also provides you visualizations along with raw data in tables. So you can use these kind of animations or graphs in your stories from this platform. Let's get back to domestic data sources. There are many departments which are putting out regular information out in the on their websites. IMD is one of those departments and it has monsoon data, flood, drought, cyclone, thunderstorms, It has 100 years of rainfall data which you can use in your stories. Also, agriculture meteorology division of IMD is very important for us because agriculture is so important for our country. It gives out regular bulletins on how the weather will pan out for different kind of crops for different regions and what farmers can do. Central Bureau of Health Intelligence is a very good platform if you're looking for data on health. It comes up with the reports on national health profile every year, and it gives data on all kind of diseases, all kind of causes of death. It can be accidents, it can be natural death, snake bites, it can be waterborne diseases. It gives a lot of information. It compiles data from different sources like census, NSS surveys, and gives out information on health profile of different states. For instance, it talks about maternal mortality rates, child mortality rates, per capita expenditure on health in different states. So there are a lot of stories that you can do from this website. One thing I like to mention here is that a lot of government websites would have old data. They won't have recent, like this year or last year's data, but that shouldn't stop us from doing our work. In fact, a lot of data related to census 2011, like the migration profile, was released last year. So, our job is to upgrade that data, maybe from information from other sources. There might be a recent study that has been done by some organization. It won't have as big a scale as, let's say, census, but at least it would update the past data. Also, old data gives you a lot of background information about any topic, and that can gives you more understanding about the issue, and then you can build on that data. Data.gov.in is a great platform which kind of compiles data, all the government data from all the state governments, from all the departments, all the ministries at one place. And it presents it in a way that it's easy to browse, it's easy to download, and it also provides graphs, maps, and Excel files regarding the data, so you can easily download that data and use it. So this is the website, and uh, you can see there's a catalog, there's a dashboard, there's a catalog, and sectors. This is agriculture. So these are the visualizations that are available. Coffee production. Let's look at coffee production in India. Okay, so from 2001 to 2016-17, the data is available. You can change the settings. You can make it bar chart. And then you can download this image as JPEG or PDF, or you can embed uh, this graph. You can just embed means you can get the code for the graph and put it on your website or blog, and it appears there without you know copying and downloading and uploading the image. Also, you can share it, of course. I mean, whichever way. As I said, you can download the data. Yeah, so this is again we go to, let's have a look at the health data. We look at the COVID data. So these are the graphs that have been put out recently. So we have the confirmed cases, cured, discharged, and death rates. So have a look at it. Have a look at the website and see what all is available. You can also do a normal keyword search for data files on this website, and you will find the Excel files, Word files, or the graphs, visualizations. So download them, use them, and also since it comes with the government stamp, if you look at the documents, it will also give you the source of that data, the ministry, the department it comes from. So that adds to the credibility. The next platform which I would like to talk about is Movin, which is a platform like Google Earth, but with data from the government, and it's developed by ISRO. So it's again credible and also comes with a lot of maps and data that you can download. This is the agriculture data that is available on Bhuvan. It has pest and disease surveillance. Rashtriya Kisan Vikas Yojana, it has a lot of granular data. Like within Rashtriya Kisan Vikas Yojana, in a particular state, let's say Rajasthan, district Jaipur, village, block, village, and within village, who are the beneficiaries? Who are the people who have benefited from this scheme? And yeah, pictures of the places, like pictures uploaded of a place where the work has been done under this scheme. Like there might be some soil improvement work, some water conservation work. So that has been the picture of that work has been taken and uploaded on the website. So you can kind of confirm whether this is true or not. And if you are in that area, for instance, if you are reporting from Punjab, and you can get data about which are the villages where the work has been done under which scheme, and you can go to the field and find out whether the work has really been done, and if done, what's the quality of the work, whether the people are happy about it. So it kind of gives a lot of information that can be verified, that can be made into stories. Then there's plantation data, and then there are hydrological products, watersheds, flood warning, historical floods that have happened in the country, soil moisture, drought monitoring. This is the Bhuvan website. You can see their thematic services, their ocean services, there are these things like census data, deltas of India, environment and forest, then their application sector, their agriculture, then forestry, different states. We can look at Punjab data and see what's available. So this is the map of Punjab. On the left side, you can see the parameters that are available, district boundaries, tehsil, block, village boundaries. So we can have a look at how the map changes. On the right side, there are few options the way you want to view the maps: satellite, hybrid, terrain, and we go back to the left side and look at, maybe have a look at the active farm fires in Punjab. We can look at the dates available. We have the current dates, but there doesn't seem to be any active farm fires during this season. Maybe because the crops are yet to be harvested and the rains are also on. So let's see if we can. There's an option to download. There's a count option which kind of downloads a file, which is an Excel file. So let's see what it gives. Let's open it. And it doesn't have any records, which means there are no fires that have been recorded by the satellites. Now we can have a look at the salt affected and waterlogged areas. So it gives us the visuals, but we don't know where it is. So we can go back to the administrative layers and have a look at the village boundaries. and see which are the particular villages where this area falls, and maybe pay a visit to these areas and do a story on that. Next, we can have a look at the agroecological zones of Punjab. So this image tells us there are 5 zones in Punjab which vary in climate, the soil type, and the number of days that are available for optimal crop growth. This means even the vegetation would vary and different crops will do well in different regions. If you look at the top blue region, this is the Shivalik Hills, the subhumid region, then the northern plains come, the subhumid, dry, and then the semi-arid, arid, and as we go towards the west, the rainfall will decrease because we are going towards the desert of Rajasthan. This is the groundwater map of Punjab, and it tells you how deep is water and what is the water yield of that particular area. So you can get an idea about which is the most affected part. And if you look at the right side, we have the tools button, and there are options to add your own layer, measure area, measure distance. So you can do a whole lot of thing with this map already there. This is the map about sources of rural drinking water. So looking at the legend, we can see what are the sources, whether it's a canal, the tube well, the hand pump, or it's a normal recharge well. There is an option to have a look at the maps of wetlands. This is the Harike wetland near Amritsar, and the color coded map gives us the information about different kind of land use that is there. This tells us where is the crop area, where is the forest, and where are the settlements. And then if you go to the tool menu again, you have option to take a printout, which comes out as a PDF. So you can use that in your stories. There might be times when you have to create your own data. They might be maybe you might be doing a survey or something. So how to collect that data? I guess you would already know that there are certain applications that are available, like they can be Monkey you can use, or Google Forms you can use to create your own form and send it over email to people, and they can then fill their responses, and it gets collected in Excel form, in table form. So now you have got data, but what about problems with data? You might have a big data set which may have a lot of mistakes, or you may have data sets in like table form in Word document or PDF, and you want them in Excel. You try to copy from the Word the table and put it on Excel, but it doesn't convert easily, doesn't fit into the Excel sheet well. It would just paste into one cell of the sheet, and the format would be different. It takes a lot of effort to kind of make the right format or clean the data. So these are the two applications I have used to clean my data and to convert files. Comet Docs is one which helps you convert PDF or document into Excel without losing the data, without losing the numbers. And then again, OpenDefine is one application I have used to clean the data. There might be many mistakes in the data. For instance, uh, if you have data regarding Gurgaon, at some places it's mentioned Gurgaon, at some places it's mentioned Gurugram. So how do you kind of rectify that? There are options to do that in Excel as well, but if you have a very big data set, it becomes a big issue. So OpenDefines help you clean the data, the big data set very easily. I'm not going into details of these because there are tutorials available on these websites, and you can kind of go through them and learn easily how to do that. Along with the problems with the spellings. OpenRefine also helps you deal with decimals. For instance, some places, some entries would have 3 digits after the decimal, some would have 2 digits after the decimal. So kind of, if you want to uniform the data, bring uniformity into the data, you can do that through OpenRefine. So I will stop here now, and we will talk about interactive tools in the next video. Interactive tools means tools to make graphs, to make maps, to work with satellite imagery, and do visualizations. So we'll do that in the next video.